Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And those who are new to this channel, kindly make sure that you subscribe to this channel for the latest tech updates and the tech knowledge. So, in our previous video, we learned about the measures of dispersion in statistics, and today is day 5 in which we're going to learn about the shape of the data. So we will be learning today about the shape of data. So shape of data is mainly classified into two types. One is the skewness and the second one is the kurtosis. So talking about the skewness first. So skewness is nothing but the measure skewness measures the asymmetry of a distribution about the mean. So skewness measures the asymmetry of data. Okay, asymmetry of a distribution about its mean. Distribution about its mean. And if we are talking about the formula of the skewness, it's summation of xi, that is the data point, minus x bar, that is the mean, its whole cube, divided by n minus 1 into s cube, where this one s is the standard deviation. Okay, now we will talk about the types of skewness. So there are basically three types of skewness. Okay, so let me talk about the types of skewness. So there are basically three types of skewness. One is the positive skewness, the second one is zero skewness, and the third one is the negative skewness. Now, talking about the positive skewness first. Okay, so positive skewness is also known as the right skewed. So, in the positive skewness, the tail extends towards the right, and the positive skewness occurs when the mean is greater than the median. The mean is greater than the median. Okay, so for example, the salaries in a company, so few very high earners pull the mean upward. So talking about its graph looks something like this. So if you see a graph like this, just assume that it is the positive skewness. So the graph is positive towards the right. Okay, this is known as the skewness. This graph is getting steeper, so this is the skewness. So the graph is right skewed, and this is known as the positive skewness. Now talking about the zero skewness is nothing but the symmetry of data. Okay, it's nothing but the symmetry. It also known as the symmetric. Okay, so it's a bell-shaped curve of the normal distribution curve. Its curve looks something like this, similar to the normal distribution curve. And the zero skewness occurs when mean is approximately equal to the median and approximately equal to the node. And talking about the example is the height of adults in a large population. Talking about the negative skewness, in the negative skewness it is also known as the left skewed, and its graph looks something like this. So if you see a graph like this, just know that it is the negative skewness, as the graph is skewed towards the left. This graph is skewed towards the left. This is the negative skewness. So tail extends to the left, and the negative skewness occurs when the mean is less than the median. And one of the example of the negative skewness is the age at retirement. So most retire at the age of 60 to 65, but a few retire much earlier. So in talking about in the machine learning context, so skewed features can mislead the models, and often skewness is often corrected with the log transformation or Box-Coss transformation. So talking about our next shape of data, which is the kurtosis. So kurtosis is nothing but the measures the tailedness or the peakedness and extremity of outliers in the distribution. It measures the tailedness, or we can also say the peakedness of the distribution and extremity of outliers. Extremity of outliers. Talking about the formula of kurtosis, which is G2 is equal to summation of xi minus mean to the power 4 divided by n minus 1 dot s. 4. So here S is the standard deviation. So as like skewness, we have different types of kurtosis also. So talking about the different types of kurtosis, we have basically three types of kurtosis. The first one is the mesokurtic. First one is the mesokurtic kurtosis, and the second one is the lepokurtic kurtosis, and the third one is platykurtic kurtosis. Okay, so talking about the mesokurtic kurtosis first, it's a standard bell-shaped curve. In the mesokurtic kurtosis, let me show you with the example. For example, we have a graph like this. Okay, so this is our this is our mesokurtic distribution, and above it is our lepokurtic distribution, and below it is our platykurtic distribution. Let me show it you with a different color. So this is our platykurtic distribution. So this is our platykurtic distribution, and the in the middle it is our mesokurtic distribution, and this one is our lepokurtic distribution. Now understand the three. In the mesokurtic distribution, it is more like a normal distribution, and in this our k is equals to 3. Okay, so it is like a normal distribution. Okay, so we will write it as normal distribution. Okay, in the lepokurtic distribution, the k is greater than 3 and it is the heavy tails. In the platykurtic distribution, k is less than 3 and it is light tails. Okay, so this was all about the kurtosis, and let me give you the example of all the three. The example of mesokurtic distribution is exam scores in a large class. Lepokurtic distribution is like stock market returns. It has many extreme values. Okay, and the platykurtic distribution, the example is the uniform distribution like the dice rolls. Talking about in the machine learning context, the high kurtosis signals outliers that can distort the training, and robust models or preprocessing, the IQR filtering and winsorization may be needed. Okay, so one more thing to be noted here, that the high kurtosis implies more extreme values in the distribution, while the low kurtosis indicate the flatter distribution. So talking about the key takeaways of today's lesson is that skewness measures the asymmetry, that is the left versus the right tail. Kurtosis measures the tailedness of the data, that is the normality versus outliers, and both help detect the non-normality in the data. So in machine learning, skewness and kurtosis guide the feature transformation and outlier handling. So if you like this video and the content of the video, just like this video, subscribe my channel, and do not forget to hide my video so that I stay motivated, and meet you in the next day of, that is the day 6 of the 20 days of statistics. Till then, bye bye.